Welcome to What If Civilization Started Over, Episode 3. So, what happened? We'll do a little recap and then get to the episode. What happened in the last episode? We saw of nations pop up. This group, new nations, they were tribes before. And we saw the connection of these countries to the rest of the world. And we saw some Somalian fishermen get off track and find an Indian country right here. And we saw a Turkish country form with it out of it coming a Greek nation. So let's get to the episode. So that's the recap if you didn't watch episode 3, but why would you not be watching episode 3? Do you skip episodes when you're watching Netflix? No. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna see, I was hinting at this in the last episode that the Red Nation is very unstable. So unstable because its capital is all the way down there and they're this big. So they're very unstable. So we see a lot of rebellions come out of the Red Nation. So the first rebellion is this rebellion up here, wanting independence. There will be a rebellion down here, also opting for independence. So these are the two groups that are getting the most steam in this. See this group. See this group fighting first. So they don't have the capital because the nation doesn't focus on infrastructure. It focuses more. So they connect the land very much. And after that, I see them taking this much land from the red. We go to this country here. Sorry. They're smart about what they create. Sorry. They create a single barrel. But they catch up to these countries' border. And the Red Nation's military is very messed up. It's not that good. They take over this Namibian area. Then they now go for the capital and ends up fighting back a little bit, almost taking them back to this country being sent through the country right here, and another outside funder which I will not name. You have to figure it out which country is funding this. See the red country's capital get taken, and that's the conclusion of the war of the red. That's what I'll call it. So let's look at the peace treaty of this. This is what happens. The northern part of the red team of the south Angolan part it gains independence, and this Namibian part also gains independence from the red team. So the red team is fully left to this small part. Let me show which one. Red team is the red team is left to this small part right where the capital stands. So let's put these two nations' capital. This nation's capital is gonna be in the middle. This nation's capital is gonna be in the coast. So, looking away from this part, we go back to Europe. I said we focus a lot on this part, this episode. So, first thing that we see is Greece exploring the lands around there, finding, and also Turkey ends up also exploring around their land. But Greece explores more to get a threshold, like a good part, a good big nation. So Greece ends up taking this land right here. They take also this island. We see it now. Let's put down an actual capital for Greece because it was actually too small for a capital. The capital will be where they started here. But after the Greeks got used of this water around them, after they got used of this water around them, after the Greek got used of this water around them, this water, we see a Greek ship was sailing across. Then they got to this part of Italy, and the Greek country doesn't know about this, so they don't know how to go back to their nation. So the same thing that happened with India happens to them. See a new nation in the Italian peninsula. Nation will be this color.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We see an Italian nation come up.
12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They don't know about Sicily yet. This is the land, but there's big mountains that run through Italy, so it will be hard for them to expand. So we see the second nation in Europe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
They put their capital right up there.
1,
We're looking at India right here. India does more exploring of the place that they're on. after the Indians take over that land. After the Indians explore all that land, they take over this much land. And we see something amazing happen. Wait guys, I gotta just turn off this. Oh. So what we see is the full linkage of the old world, the Horn of Africans, the green people fully find out about each other, and they tell the rest of the world going up. Now everybody knows about every nation, so this is very confusing for them, how many nations that they didn't know about. And Nigeria keeps on exploring up north. By the Gold Coast. And you see this nation trying to link up. This is a lot of land they take. Big landmass. And we see because of this, South Africa comes out to the world, to every country sends, to every country they send a diplomat to talk to them, to create a way where they can trade well with each nation, to give them all that. So we see the start of trading and exporting and importing. So South Africa starts the first trade route. They started right here. The Red Nation also starts the second one to link up South Africa with this coast. And we'll see this grow in more episodes as nations grow. So let's turn off this layer for now. Okay. So this Red Nation is very devastated that they lost their empire. The king sends troops right up north here. So this Blue Nation thinks that they're preparing to invade them. But that's wrong. After that, we see a new nation come up. Another tribe gets upgraded to the rank of nation. This new nation is this purple country right up north here. Green nation comes up. Well, these are the only two new nations that come up. And we see Africa being filled even more. But we also see this nation right here taking over this part, growing the so-called, I think it's a colony, but I don't know what it really is, growing that colony. And this nation also expands. And we see Greece also expand out by the northern border. See more exploration by Greece into Europe, and more exploration by this Italian nation. They find out about Sicily and more of the Italian peninsula, actually all of the peninsula. We see them expand into Sicily and so much of Italy. Well, this is what we see of Europe. This is all that is in Europe, and this is all that is in Africa. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.